Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are off on another little road trip today. First stop is at a Walmart. I've stopped at this Walmart just a couple times. Sometimes it's pretty good, sometimes I haven't been so lucky. We're gonna go in and see what they've got this morning. Check it out. Alright guys, next stop is gonna be this little card store, hobby shop that my brother had told me about. It's been pretty nice. It's got a lot more of older cards and some newer things, but not too much, more on the old side. We'll go in and check out and see what we can find. There's a card that I'm looking for here that I saw last time. Hopefully it's still here. I'll let you know if I find it.
There's so many. They're just doing really hot. Everybody's waiting to see how he starts pitching.
Do you have any? Can I see that stack? You can reach it. I'm sorry. I know it's kind of hard to get in there.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I am at a location I've never been before, but there is a collector's show advertised. My brother had kind of tipped me off to, so figured I would come check it out. Now this is not just a sports card show, it's a collector's show. So the advertisements and the flyers that I've seen online were advertising coins, silver, comics, any type of memorabilia, sports cards. So I'm not exactly sure how many sports cards vendors will be in here. I've never been to this location or checked this one out before. Apparently it's a once-a-year type of a deal. So I'm here in the parking lot. I'm going to go ahead and hop on in. If I can film some stuff in there, I will. And I'll hopefully be able to let you see what they have inside.
Thank you.
All right, up next is this Target. I have not had very good luck at a Target lately. However, maybe this one is better. Haven't only been to this one, I think, one time in my life. Give it a look-see. Target was amazingly stocked. That's the best Target I've seen in a long time. Maybe I just came in at the right time. I actually didn't video one of the boxes I saw. There was actually a hiding blaster box of Heritage behind those hanger boxes of 2021 Series 1 in that second little clip there. Someone had kind of hidden it at the back of the box. I don't know why. It's not like Heritage is that awesome of a product, but it is new. And so I did grab the one blaster box. Let me see if I can grab it here. Maybe I can. Oh, there we go. So in there, I did grab the Heritage blaster box that was hiding out in the back. And then I did pick up one of the hangers from Target. It's the first time I found a hanger at Target, so I figured I would compare the Target ones to the Walmart ones. So I'm here at Walgreens. Walgreens is going to be next. This might be our last stop, and then I will see what they have and see what we have. All right, guys, the last stop of the day is this one. Now we are at a Walmart. This is the tiniest Walmart display I've ever seen. I've been in this Walmart one time. It has just the smallest display. We'll see if they have anything. Maybe since it's kind of a small display, it doesn't get visited. All right, everybody, I am back for my recap of today's trip. It was quite the successful adventure. Wasn't really expecting it to be this successful, but I got such a wide variety of things in this trip. It's kind of crazy. Blew my expectations away. You already saw me pick up these at the first Walmart, the Fat Packs. I found this at the Target. I already talked about that, so I won't mention that anymore. What I didn't really ever film was much inside the card show, the collector show, or on the way home, I stopped at a few flea markets, but to be real with everybody, I didn't film in there because I wasn't having very good luck and I wasn't finding anything until I stopped at the last one, and then I just forgot to film in there. On my way home, I stopped at a flea market where I was able to find a store that had a ton of just boxes like this, and then even the big 5,000 count boxes. He had tons and tons of those 4 or 5 boxes just full of 1990s football, basketball, baseball cards. And so I wasn't really interested in a lot of those junk wax cards. But for basketball, I looked at one of the Skybox sets, but a lot of the good cards were pulled out. But then in this set, which I don't know if you can see, this set, which is the, just pull a random card out of here, Rolando Blackman, the 1990-1991 NBA Hoops classic set there. I said I collected as a kid. He had a whole bunch of these cards in here, and so I just kind of flipped through it looking for the Jordan, and I saw that the Jordan and the Pippen are in here. The Sam Vincent is in here. The only cards that aren't in here are some at the beginning. Whoever owned this before pulled out some of these gold All-Star cards. You can see there's no Jordan, Bird, Magic Johnson, Pippen. None of those guys are in there, but once you get to the actual base cards, every single base card, with the exception of 2 just random cards, are in here. So the Jordan was in here. I took it up to the counter. There wasn't a price on it. I think this guy just recently picked these up. Someone sold them to him. He's like, man, I really don't know a price. And so I didn't know a price either. I'm not the biggest basketball guy. And so the Jordan was selling for like $5, $6, $7, I think. And so I just said, man, I'll pay you $10. The Jordan's $5, and then I really don't know if there's anything else in there. I completely forgot about this card. My wife's not the biggest baseball card fan. She kind of tolerates my hobby, I guess. But she was super excited when I brought this home because it was in the set as well. The Mark Jackson, the infamous Mark Jackson card. And I'm sure you know now why it's the infamous card. It has the Menendez brothers in the back. And if you don't know about this card, just look it up on Google and why the Menendez brothers have made this card kind of become a piece of pop culture, I guess. At least a few years ago, it was selling for insane amounts. Now, obviously, it's calmed down a lot since then. But I never had that card as a kid. When that story first broke, I'm like, man, I think I might have that downstairs. And I went looking through all my boxes of cards I had as a kid, and it wasn't in there. So to finally get this card, my wife was super excited. I don't know if she's ever been more excited for any other purchase that I've made. She's usually not excited. Okay, and then he also had just some loose packs here. Some of them were baseball, like the Donruss packs from the mid-90s I wasn't interested in, but he did have these mid-90s Topps NBA Basketball Series 1 packs, and then one of these Skybox packs. My buddy Haas of Cards has been submitting some of those cards to PSA, and Danny Ferry and guys like that. David Robinson you saw maybe on his most recent PSA blind reveal video. So I think I paid $20 for all of that from that little store, and it was super nice. Okay, now at the baseball card show and at the shop, you saw me film some of the vintage cards in the little LCS. I've picked up this 1989 Topps Traded set. I was lucky it was still there. I wasn't able to search this, but you can see for $10 to get the Griffey rookie card in there. I was super excited for that. I feel like it should be in there. The last time I was in that store was around Halloween time, and he had another box of this, and I noticed there were 2, but I only bought 1, and the Griffey was in that first one. So I have no reason to believe that Griffey is not in that one. It should be in there because it was in the first one. I was actually lucky that box had still been sitting in his store all the way from October until now. I thought someone would have picked it up for $10, but luckily no one had. Okay, and then at the card show, a little collector's show. Unfortunately, most of the vendors there were coin vendors. There was really only one main card vendor. There was a second one who just had a few cards, but I didn't pick up anything from them. My brother did. In a minute, I'll flash on screen the cards my brother picked up, because he picked up a couple cool cards from that first guy, and then we both found some cards from this guy. I picked up these 2 2015 cards. This Salvador Perez is not only from the year the Royals won the World Series, but it's also the short print or photo variation. The code on the back of this one is 901, which signifies a short print, and then the Trout is not 901. I'm just trying to collect as many Trout base cards as I can. That's 861. So both those were like $5 a piece, which is probably a fairly decent price. And then he had a couple autographs from Panini and Leaf products. My brother got some really cool autographs. I picked up these two for $15 each. The Garrett Mitchell, this is the blue parallel out of Panini Prism Draft Picks Power Surge. He was the first round pick of the Brewers. You may have seen his cards in Bowman Draft this year. This one is numbered on the back out of 60. And then the one I was most excited about, this Asa Lacy green parallel. Asa Lacy was a top 5 draft pick by the Royals in this most recent draft out of Texas A&M. I wish the green and the maroon for Texas A&M kind of went together, but it kind of clashes, but it's all good. A super low numbered card out of 23, 18 out of 23. So Asa Lacy, a top 5 pick, and then Garrett Mitchell, who was like in the 20s, both in the first round, $15 a piece. Even though it's not a Topps product or a Bowman product, being a Panini product, I was still super excited. So $40 from that guy. And then the last cards I haven't shown you yet. Actually, I'll flash on screen right now what my brother was able to pick up. Okay, and now I'll show you what I found at the baseball card store. Not only did I pay $10 for the Griffey rookie in here, I found these cards. David M., my man. Look what I got for you, buddy. The Topps Chrome Jock Peterson rookie. Now, it was in his half-off bin, and it was like $1. And this top corner is a little dinged up. I'm so sorry about that. But it is the 2015 Topps Chrome rookie card of Jock Peterson. David M. has been pumping up Jock Peterson with his, 8 spring training home runs, led all of the spring training and home runs, and now with the Chicago Cubs. David M., a big fan of that. And then this, he had the Zach Greinke. This is his first Bowman paper card. It doesn't signify that because Bowman wasn't really putting that on cards back then. From Zach Greinke, his cards are starting to increase in price. People are catching on, hey, Greinke's probably a Hall of Famer. And so his cards, along with Verlander and Scherzer and Kershaw, as a pitcher, is still holding some value and probably going up a little bit. So this one is pretty cool. And then my most favorite card that I found on this entire trip, to be honest, this is a card that I wish I would have bought. I saw this card the first time I went into his shop and I did not buy it. And then it's always been itching at me like, man, you didn't get that card. You should have got it. You should have got it. Because it's one that I really was hoping to get. And so I splurged a little bit, spent a little of my birthday money that I had been saving up for this card specifically. And it is from the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. You're like, wait, that's a minor league team. I know it. It is. Look at who this young man is. 2011, a young Mike Trout. And not only is this a young Mike Trout, this is a young Mike Trout relic card, game-used memorabilia from Mr. Mike Trout. 2011, this is from Topps Pro Debut. You can see he had a $100 sticker price on there. So it was definitely more expensive than any card I've ever purchased before. Pull it out of there. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, minor league materials, game-used memorabilia card from 2011 Topps Pro Debut. And that is a really nice card. Now there's a little bit of white up on the top corners. And to be honest, probably on all 4 corners, but I really didn't care to have a chance to get this card. Even though it's the minor league, 2011 Topps, his Pro Debut, just base card, is selling for more than $100. It's multiple $100, especially if it's graded really well. So to get the relic card, the insert relic card out of 2011, his rookie year, Topps Pro Debut, I was beyond excited that that card was still in his shop because I had seen that card back in October and I was kind of kicking myself that I did not purchase it back then. So that was my #1 goal on this trip, to not only see if that card was there, but then buy it if it was there. And so I was able to do that, and I'm super excited to add that to my collection because that is a really cool card of an awesome player and a pretty unique card that I can't say that I have any cards like that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment for your favorite card or your favorite pickup that I found. I'm going to open up some of these packs in future videos. And feel free to like and comment and subscribe.